Welcome back, everybody, to another video. Today we're going to be talking about a Christmas horror movie. Since it's December and for some reason there's still no snow, but it's the season to be jolly. It's Christmas time, so I thought it'd be a cool idea to talk about a Christmas horror movie. And the movie we're going to be talking about is Krampus from 2015. I have a little bit of history with this movie. It's when I was younger. I remember this very vividly. My older brother, when he was still living with us, he would show me. I'm not sure if I mentioned this already, but he showed me tons of stuff that I probably wasn't allowed to see at that age. And one of the movies was Krampus, and we were watching it together on his tablet, and I remember just being really scared, and he was obviously enjoying the whole thing, watching me get scared. But I remember me and him were watching it, and I think we were even laying on the floor for some reason. But there's one scene that really got me, and we're gonna be talking about that later. But yeah, he showed me it, and at the time I was horrified, but now I really like it. I think it's such a great movie. It's kind of mixed when it comes to the general audience. Critics didn't hate it, but they were like, yeah, it's all right. It's a decent movie. So it's not all that bad, really. I don't think it's bad at all. So I say we get into this. Okay, so the movie, it starts off with like a suburban, normal American town, and the date tells us that it's 3 days before Christmas, and the main characters with us are the Angle family, and they're preparing for the holiday. And before we get into that, the movie, I think it starts off like Black Friday. It's just like it's playing Christmas music in the background, and it's like a slow motion scene of a store, and they're opening their doors, and a bunch of crowds just run inside, and they trample over the employees, and they're fighting over stuff. It's a cool little montage, but yeah. So Max Angle, he is our main character. He's the main kid in this family, and he is kind of been like losing a little bit of Christmas spirit, but he still believes it very well, and he does believe in Santa Claus and stuff like that. And when his extended family, they show up to his house, like for just to have Christmas together, and we're introduced to a lot of characters. There's a lot of characters in this movie. Most of them are just the extended family. So first we have Aunt Dorothy. She's a very stern and straightforward grandma. And we have a brother-in-law, and these are the worst characters in the whole movie. These two cousins that are sisters, and then one boy who like literally never speaks. I think he has like no lines of dialogue except for eating. But yeah, those are the families that we get introduced with. And while they're all having dinner at the table, there's a lot of tension that's growing. And then Max, he has his Christmas list, or more like a Christmas letter to Santa. And the sisters who are sitting across from him, they snatch it from him and they start reading it out loud. And it's a very heartfelt letter. Like, he's saying how Christmas doesn't feel the same anymore, and he just wants everybody in his family to be happy, and even to the people that he doesn't like. And the note says something about the sisters, something bad about them, and then the girl who's reading it, she gets pretty mad, and then like the whole fight brawls out, and this makes Max really upset, and he like tears the paper up, and he just tosses it out of his bedroom window. And you can see that he's just lost his faith in the Christmas spirit altogether. And this becomes like the emotional trigger for the film. Krampus, this is when he's introduced. He's a folkloric tale, and he's drawn to households where the spirit has just vanished. And a massive, like, huge snowstorm begins, and it shuts down all the roads. It traps the family in the house. You can barely see outside. It's just pouring snow like crazy. It's just a massive blizzard. and so they have to stay in the home because it's just way too dangerous to go out. So I would say this is where the first wave of this terror night happens. So during the night, the presents and the toys in the house just come to life. And this is a lot of the cool stuff that happens. Like, they use a lot of familiar, nostalgic Christmas items like gingerbread men, nutcrackers, Jack in the Box. I think that's the coolest one. And they just become these demons, pretty much. And okay, guys, okay, this is so random. I'm running out of so much time right now, so I'm gonna try and speed through this. So all the toys that come to life, and it becomes like a grotesque attack, and there's a lot of gingerbread men, and they fight the stepdad guy in the kitchen, and that's a really good scene. All the toys start to come to life, like a teddy bear, a robot like action figure, this porcelain angel doll. That's the one that got me the most. And Krampus is like in the background of all this because he's the one in the works of all this stuff. and and the family is literally fighting for their lives. The boy had already gotten taken from a gingerbread man up the chimney. The Jack in the Box, he eats one of the girls entirely, and eventually, all the family members are getting taken and stuff until it's just Max's mom and his dad, and they go out of the house to just try and escape because the elves are taking over now, and each one of them gets dragged down eventually. Oh, and one of the sisters survived too, but Max is stranded in the snowy area, and then we finally see our first appearance of Krampus in his whole entirety, and his design is awesome. It's super sick. But Max is begging for his life. He just wanted Christmas to be like how it used to, and Krampus it was gonna leave him, but Max was being kind of fighting back, so he turned back to Max and grabs him and throws him into this giant hole, and that's the last we see until the screen flashes white, and then it's like a Christmas morning and everything is normal. Max is back in his house, and then he goes downstairs and everyone in his family is just happy again, like nothing ever happened. They're about to start opening presents, and then Max comes down, and he just thought it was like a nightmare, and he gets a present, and it's one of the Krampus bells that he also gave the old lady. Oh man, I totally forgot to mention her. But man, this video sucks. this video is not put together. I'm so sorry. I'm really running out of time. The next one will be so much better, I promise. But he holds the bell, and then everyone around him kind of quiets down, and then they are just looking around as if they all remembered what just happened. And then the camera zooms out, and we find out that he is in this snow globe. His house is in a snow globe, and then it keeps zooming out, and we see more snow globes with other houses in them. And there's no answer to this, so there's only theories. But people say if this is a second chance, or if it's just a forever nightmare. But we see in the snow globes that other people had also had the same fate of just being stuck in a snow globe, and that's where the film ends. Yeah, I really love this movie. It's a really great Christmas horror movie. We don't really see those anymore, and I think we should, because I think there's a lot of potential, and Krampus is one of them that just did such a good job. But yeah, I'm so sorry guys, this video was not put together the way I wanted it to. Just a lot of unexpected things happened. But yeah, like I said, next video will be much better. Okay, thank you guys, see ya.